from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Stories around the world, stories here at home. This is the National News broadcast bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. We are ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I'm Charita Vinipuralachi.
And I'm Hishainali. Let's have a look at the headlines for tonight.
The President calls upon the Sinhala, Tamil and Muslim communities to move the country forward and predicts a better living condition than at present by the 2025 and 2026 period. Sajid is ready to build the country through unity. Anura declares of a loan scheme which does not place properties as guarantees. New expectations to the new generation from Namal. Rukman passes away and the funeral in Borella on Monday. 27 Indian passengers killed in a bus accident in Nepal. Trinity wins the first leg of the Bradby Shield.
What are those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top local story. President Ranil Wickremesinghe stated that the opposition aimed to halt the initiative designed to advance the country by providing relief to the people. Despite this, the government has focused on easing the burden on people's lives, or that the government will have created a better living conditions for all citizens. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has further invited the Sinhala, Tamil and the Muslim communities to unite and move the country forward. President Ranil Wickremesinghe made this statement while addressing the Puluvan Sri Lanka victory rally at the Kalagadirava Shivananda National School Stadium in Batticaloa today. A large number of people from the Batticaloa district attended the public rally and warmly welcomed the President. A notable presence at this event was Mr. Shivalingam, a teacher from Royal College who had taught President Ranil Wickremesinghe.
මේ වේදිකාවේ ඉන්නවා මගේ ගුරුවරයෙක් රාජකීය විද්‍යාලයේ අපි අවුරුදු 12 හිටියත්
President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that Mr. Shivalingam, who taught him at Royal College, is on the stage today. The President said that he was not only his teacher but also that of Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Therefore, he deserves part of the credit for helping recover the country from the economic crisis. He also taught Mr. Anura Kumara and Mr. Malik Samara Wickrama at Royal College, and they had the privilege of learning about the oath of the youth Athenian empires, and he added that they will not bring disgrace to the city by any act of cowardice or desert their suffering comrades in the ranks. The President also said that inspiration guided him in 2022 when he took on the challenge of leading the country, a responsibility that no one else was willing to accept, and work to advance the nation's economy. He also said that he embraced the challenge of building a better future for the youth by advocating for the people and providing relief. This is why the confidentiality say Puluvan Sri Lanka. The President added that in 2023 he had to prioritize using available funds for the public relief rather than holding elections. Despite opposition claims and legal challenges accusing him of avoiding elections, his focus remained on providing relief. This approach has eliminated queues and contributed to a rise in their gross domestic product. No other country has emerged from bankruptcy as quickly as they have. The President further said that the opposition sought to halt this program, leading to a court decision against him, claiming he had violated fundamental rights. However, ensuring the well-being of the people is not a violation of basic rights. The President said he is committed to serving the people and fulfilling his responsibilities as President by addressing their needs, advancing the country and securing a better future for generations to come. The President added that let all of them move forward together. Sinhalese, Tamils and Muslims must unite together to propel the country ahead. By 2025 to 2026, his aim is to build a prosperous future for all people of the nation. He requested the voters to vote for the gas cylinder on September 21st to safeguard their future and contribute to the nation's development. The President said that he selected the gas cylinder as his election symbol, as he is committed to providing further relief and continue to reduce the living burden of the people. Minister Dr. Anura Kumara said that it is important to recognize the upcoming presidential election is crucial for confirming the country's democracy and advancing the development of the people. In 2022, the nation endured significant suffering due to the violent actions of the Janata Vimukti Peramuna and the Samagi Janabalavegaya, with some protesters even attempting to set fire to Parliament. During this uncontrolled time, the minister said that Ranil Wickremesinghe courageously protected Parliament and upheld the rule of law and democracy of the country. Leader of the Tamil Makkal Viduthalai political party, State Minister Sivaneshadurai Chandrakantan, said that 2 years ago the country was thrown into chaos by economic crisis and widespread unrest. He was deeply ashamed for having supported the appointment of Gotabaya Rajapaksa as the president. It was President Ranil Wickremesinghe who stepped forward to rescue the country from that dire situation, and they supported his appointment as president. State Minister S. Velayendran said that they understood why President Ranil Wickremesinghe must win this election. 2 years ago, the country plunged into severe economic recession. Many believed that Sri Lanka could not recover even in 100 years, and they thought the nation was beyond saying. He was also said that on the day the political leaders they trusted either fled the country or went into hiding. When the former president called on them to take charge, none of these politicians were willing to step up.
And in the meantime, presidential candidate of the Samagi Janabalavegaya, Sajith Premadasa, says he extends the hand of friendship to all to join the task of building the country through unity. He was addressing a public rally in Akruna town yesterday. This was the 11th public meeting of the SJB, and it was presided over by presidential candidate of the SJB, Sajith Premadasa. A group of party activists and public representatives were present on the occasion. MP Vasantayapa Bandara said that Sajith Premadasa, who is going to be the winner of the upcoming presidential election, will receive the votes of SLPP supporters in the Kandy district who wanted a corrupt-free state. MP Rohini Kamaratna said recently Lal Kantha has mentioned that neither Anura Kumara Dissanayake nor himself would be able to catch the corrupt politicians. They are afraid realizing the practicability in governing a state and giving political promises. She also said Anura Kumara is saying that after winning the presidential election, he will maintain the security of the nation. The MP also said everybody knows what the JVP did in the 1988 presidential elections. Voters were murdered, including state sector employees, and 2 days before the 1989 general election, more than 400 persons were murdered by the JVP, creating fear and panic throughout the nation. She has also recalled the 84 people were killed in the 1989 election day itself. 121 polling stations were bombed. The MP has questioned whether Anura Kumara is preparing for violence as they did in the 1988 and 1999. In the meantime, MP Lakshman Kiriyala said that several parliamentarians crossed over to support presidential candidates for personal favours. He added that they should consider ending the cycle of crossing over for personal benefits. MP Tissa Thanayaka said that neither Sajith Premadasa nor SJB ever said they could not take responsibility of taking over the government in the crisis period. The MP also said they had out forward 4 conditions for them, which included most notably to govern without corrupt politicians. Sajith Premadasa rejected the offer of governing the country because he cannot work with corrupt politicians. Also, MP Rauf Hakim said that he challenges Anura Kumara Dissanayake for a public television debate without going into the courts. They will have a debate on the political statement, and his explanation will be made known as a public debate. SJB Akruna organizer said that during this short period of time, Sajith Premadasa has to face a very serious challenge after winning the election. Not only the people in Kandy, but the entire nation knows Sajith will win the elections. Presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa said that they will unite the country, which has been divided due to economic downfall. They will create a golden age of prosperity in winning all the seats in the Kandy district in the presidential elections.
ග්‍රහණය කරමින් සෞභාග්‍යයේ සංවර්ධනයේ ස්වර්ණමය යුගය ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන අවස්ථාව අපි අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම නිර්මාණය කරනවා කියන එක මම ඔබ සමට කියන්නට කැමතියි.
And meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the National People's Power, Anura Kumara, says a government under his administration will present a loan scheme which does not submit properties as a guarantee. He was addressing a public rally on the NPP Mathugama yesterday. The meeting was presided over by the NPP presidential candidate Anura Kumara and attended by a large crowd of public representatives and party activists. NPP presidential candidate Anura Kumara has inquired as to how a newcomer youth could start a new industry or a business without having money. If that person goes to the bank, he has to function as a good bargainer. The NPP presidential candidate further said he or she would have to place a property as a guarantee in order to receive the loan. Anura Kumara said that they will formulate a program which does not need a property as a bank guarantee. The young entrepreneurs will have to present a plan and project report of this business which would be examined by an intellectual group. He added that therefore people with skills would be able to receive due place and the monitoring of the process. A government guarantee will provide based on the project report. He also said that Sri Lankan children are doing jobs in South Korea, especially in the fields of fisheries. In Korea, jobs are being established within the economy, but in Sri Lanka, jobs are being formulated within the Grama Seva division or in the divisional secretariat. The presidential candidate has therefore pointed out the need to go into the new strategies, and he also reiterated that those who are willing to start an industry but do not have the finances to do so will be given a loan without the need to provide property guarantees.
වර්ධනය කරමින් යනවා අපේ ඇගිල්ල එහෙකිලා මාළු වලන් රස්සාව කරනවා. ඇයි රස්ස හදන්නේ කර්මාන්ත ඇතුලේ රස්ස හදන්නේ ආර්ථිකය ඇතුලේ. හැබැයි අපේ රටේ රස්ස ඇතුලේ මොකක් ඇතුලේද? ග්‍රාම සේවා වසම ඇතුලේ ප්‍රාදේශීය ලේකම් කාර්යාලය ඉඩම් කච්චේරි මොකද්ද මේ උමි. ඒ නිසා මොකද කරන්නේ? අපි නව අලුත් ආර්ථික උපාය මාර්ගයකට මාරු කරනවා. අලුත් කර්මාන්තයක් හදන්න කැමැත්තක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි සල්ලි නැත්තම් මම නැවත කියනවා මේක. මම දැක්ක හර්ෂන් සිල්ලා මේකට එක එක කතා කියනවා. මොන කතා කිව්වත් මතක තියාගන්න දීපල ඇපේකින් තොරව ණය මුදලක් ලබා දීම සඳහා අපි බැංකුවක් හදනවා.
Moving on, presidential candidate of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Namal Rajpaksa says the wish of the new generation to modernize every sector starting from the government service would be fulfilled. He was addressing a public rally in Dulapitiya today. Namal Rajpaksa was warmly welcomed by party activists at the meeting. Former President Mahinda Rajpaksa was also present.
ශ්‍රී ලංකා පොදුජන පෙරමුණේ මේ මාතෘකාවෙන් ආදරය කරන ජනතාවගේ ගෞරවය අපිට කරනවා. ඒ වගේම අති පූජනීය මහා සංඝරත්නයේ ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේලා අද මේ අවස්ථාවට වැඩම ගමේ හිටපු පොලිස් නිලධාරියෙක්
MP Wickremesinghe said that the JVP murdered hundreds of security officers in the 1988-1989 insurrection and NPP is conducting memorials for the security forces members. He has expressed doubt as to how people attend these ceremonies. He also said that his father was an Ayurvedic doctor. He was given a chit by the JVP to stop treating innocent patients. Even though his father never stopped treating them, eventually he was killed by the JVP in front of my eyes. Hundreds of sons lost their fathers due to the killings by the JVP. He added that the people should question their crimes when they come to request votes from people.
මගේ ඉස්සරහා 14 පොලකට උල්පියෙන් ඇල්ල මැරුවේ මංපගේ දහස් ගණන් මේ රටේ දරුවන්ගේ තාත්තලා දරුවන්ගේ අම්මලා හාමුදුරුවෝ රණවිරුව මිනිස්සු මරපු ජේපිකාරෝ ඇවිල්ලා ඡන්දෙ ඉල්ලනකොට අහන්න ඕන තොපි ඉතිහාසයේ මොකද්ද කරේ කියලා.
Ranil
Deputy Secretary Arachi said that Prasanna Ranatunga has questioned him as to why Rajapakshas supported Ranil Wickremesinghe to become the president. However, the Gampaha district leader Prasanna Ranatunga questioned SLPP members in Gampaha why they cannot support Ranil Wickremesinghe now. The Secretary Arachi said that some other SLPP politicians also asked the same question. He pointed out that SLPP has a policy introduced by its party leader Mahinda Rajpaksa. According to that policy, it is not correct to go behind popular trends, he said.
දේශපාලනය කියන්නේ දිනන පුජ්‍යලයාගේ වටේ එකතු වෙන එක නෙමෙයි. මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමා ආදරණීය අප්පච්චි අපිට දීපු ප්‍රතිපත්තියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ ප්‍රතිපත්ති අමතක කරලා අපිට දේශපාලනය කරන්න බෑ.
අපිට පැදුර උහුරුයි අපිට මහ පොළොව
MP Indika Anuruddha said that they have the capability to accept any challenge and resolve any crisis. Therefore, he said that they are backing Namal Rajapaksa, who has a character to overcome challenges.
ජයග්‍රහණය කරාගෙන යන්න. ඒ නිසා 38 තරුණයව උස්සගෙන යනවා අපි.
අපි අභියෝග වලට
Presidential candidate of the SLPP, Namal Rajapaksa, said that they are a political party which did not hide in the face of challenges. He added that they are a party which faced political and economic challenges. He has also pointed out that the state of the Bangladesh has fallen and whoever comes to rule in Bangladesh has to upload the challenges and responsibilities of a fallen state. He also said that they never let the state to fail and they created a government by majority of SLPP members supporting President Ranil to secure the state. The SLPP candidate further said that the country needs solutions for the problems faced by the youth and youth should take forward the leadership of the nation, and they firmly believe this would result in the development of the country.
And here are some opinions expressed by some presidential candidates. Presidential candidate Sanath Fonseca said that this is not the way people should behave. He added that the politicians would have to be compelled to go before the feet of the people. However, what is happening is the opposite and is a tragic situation. Sanath Fonseca said that the main reason for such a state of events is due to politicians lacking commitment and having intelligence. They are devoid of a vision and they don't love the country and the people. He also said that due to the politicians maintaining this system, they ultimately keep the people as slaves of the parties. Presidential candidate Dr. Vijaydas Rajapaksa said that the country has fallen to this despicable status as there is no law in the country. All the party men who came so far corrupt individuals. He added that if Vijaydas Rajapaksa had become the president of the country, he would not allow the culprits to live through the bribes and ransoms earned through the devious means. The law will be implemented to the letter, and he also said that he had a plan to develop the country's economy. Presidential candidate Roshan Ranasinghe said that all must line up to safeguard the national identity of the culture. He also said that he came forward at the moment to safeguard the honor of the people, and he called upon to attack the corrupt. Roshan Ranasinghe further said that he took the bat in his hand to trash the fraudulent. President candidate Venerable Akmimana Darathan Thera said that the Independent Election Commission has informed them that a presidential candidate is able to spend only 109 rupees for each voter. Venerable Thera added so far the many presidential candidates are engaged in election campaigning, spending more than 109 rupees for each voter. Presidential candidate Dilip Javira said that Sri Lanka is not a country filled with anger, hatred or malice. This is an enduring country where people are understanding love, and he said that the people had been mistaken in many instances and these shortcomings will have to be rectified. And presidential candidate Dilip Javira also said that all of them must extend love to others.
On the more news here at home, President Ranil Wickremesinghe says further relief would be granted to the people next year by strengthening the rupee value. A planned program is underway to fulfill this objective, and he also says that more attention would be focused to develop the agriculture sector. The president was addressing a public rally at the Dabula bus stand today.
නිවන දුර දකින නුවණ මුළු ලොවක් මවිත කෙරුවා බැහැ කියලා බැහැ නැහැ කියලා බැහැ යලි යලි යලි
ශ්‍රී ලංකා ජනරජයේ අතිගරු ජනාධිපති සේනාධිනායක රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමන්ගේ සමුල්ල සම්ප්‍රාප්තිය වෙනස් කෙරුවේ ආයේ වැටුණු බැරි නිසා නැතුව බැරි නුවණ රනිල් ඔබවේ ඊරයක් නොව බීජයක් ඉරතම වෙනස් කෙරුවේ ආයේ වැටුණු බැරි නිසා නැතුව බැරි නුවණ රනිල් ඔබවේ අනාගතේ නියමුවා රනිල්.
Former Minister Harin Fernando said that Sajid Premadasa still thinks that his leader is President Ranil Wickremesinghe and seems to be following in the footsteps of the president. He added that when the president announces plans to raise public servant salaries, Sajid Premadasa echoes the same promise the next day. It appears he is closely mirroring the president's actions. He also said that Premadasa has shown hesitancy in making bold decisions, such as being unable to allocate the vacant National List parliamentary seat to Hirunika. fearing potential of a famous channel. He further said that Sajid Premadasa has criticized the IMF's performance, but now is not the time for experimentation. He said that they should focus on advancing the existing program that is helping to recover the country. State Minister Rohan Dissanayake said that even if the election were held tomorrow morning rather than on September 21st, it is certain that the President Ranil Wickremesinghe would secure victory. He has assured the crowd that people of Matale district are fully committed to supporting the President and urged all voters to cast their valuable vote in favour of President Wickremesinghe on September 21st, ensuring his victory. State Minister Premita Bandarthenakone said that some political groups are distributing T-shirts to retired army officers as part of their political agenda, effectively auctioning off the honour of our military on the political stage. During the protest, some leaders mocked the military as heroes on political platforms are degrading themselves by wearing T-shirts. He added that it must be said that President Ranil Wickremesinghe is the only leader who commands respect from everyone and urged all to make him the 9th executive president on September 21st. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that today the country's economy has improved and at the same time they have implemented measures to provide relief to the people. The President said they spent 60 billion rupees on Samurdhi and today they are allocating 183 billion rupees for the Aswasuma program. While previously 1.6 million people benefited, they have now extended those benefits to 2.4 million individuals. He also said additionally, allowances for kidney patients, the elderly and disabled individuals have been increased. The government employees receives an allowance of 10,000 rupees and they have decided to provide 25,000 rupees as an allowance of cost of living using 2025 as the base year. They have also set a starting salary of 55,000 rupees inclusive of the cost of living allowance and granted an interim allowance of 3,000 rupees to pensioners. The President said that these are just a few of the significant actions they have taken and added that they have accomplished what even a non-bankrupt government couldn't. Despite the country being declared bankrupt, today the tourists are returning to the country and they are establishing investment zones across the country. They have also launched the agriculture modernization program aiming to produce 8 metric tons of paddy harvest per hectare. In the meantime, they have worked diligently to reduce the cost of living of our people over the past 2 years.
And meanwhile, the grandson of the Sri Lanka's first Prime Minister D.S. Senanayake and a senior member of the United National Party, Wickremesinghe Senanayake, has passed away this morning at the age of 76 years. Wickremesinghe Senanayake had entered Parliament for the first time in 1973, representing the United National Party. He had functioned as a parliamentarian and a people representative from time to time until year 2004. He was also one of the State Minister of Environment in the UNP government. Former parliamentarian had also functioned as a president of the UNP in 2007. These remains of the late politician will be kept on public display at a private funeral parlour in Borella from 10 a.m. tomorrow. The final rites will take place at the General Cemetery, Borella, at 4 p.m. on next Monday. And that's it on local stories. Stay tuned with international news after this break.
Welcome back after the break and moving on to foreign news. At least 27 people have died after a bus carrying passengers from India fell into a river in Nepal. There were around 40 people on the bus, which was travelling to Nepal's capital Kathmandu from Pokhara. Rescue operations are underway at the accident site on the bank of the Mariaskandi River in Town District. The cause of the accident and the identities of the victims have not been confirmed yet. A Nepal Army helicopter carrying a medical team has been dispatched to the accident site. The bus route from Pokhara to Kathmandu is very popular among Indian tourists and pilgrims.
And moving to Germany from Nepal on a foreign stories, 3 people have been killed and another 4 seriously injured in a knife attack in the western German city of Solingen. The attack happened during a festival in the city center yesterday evening.